Bro, you should play Zenless Zone Zero. It's peak, is what Jeffrey Epstein would have said if he'd still be alive, and if he was into gambling for gacha women. In Zenless Zone Zero, we don't have a lot of small characters. Thank God the developers are not Blue Archive players. And since we don't have a lot of characters that would, end up on the Epstein victim list, so for this challenge, I wanna see if all of these small agents can form a coherent team and beat Zenless Zone Zero's hardest difficulty, aka beating Deadly Assault with 9 stars. So yeah, in today's video, I want to cosplay as Jeffrey Epstein, the man, the myth himself, to see if you can actually beat Zenless Zone Zero as Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, between you and me, I'm not beating any of the allegation at this point. I mean, I already made a Blue Archive video, so it's pretty fitting to make this one as well. So what are the rules for this challenge? Well, first off, I can only use characters that are small. What I mean by small is they gotta look petite, aka flat-chested. Second on the list is I must complete all 3 of my Deadly Assault, making sure I gotta grab at least 6 stars for this challenge. Last but most importantly, no gooning. I have signed an NDA agreement, and my legal team said that I need to disclose this information to you. This video is satire. Look, I don't want to end up on another list. My name is already on the Epstein one, not as the client, but as a victim. And just remember everyone, I am not suicidal. I love life. I love Agnes Tachyon. I love Anyway, let's look at all the agents that we have. First off, we have Jufufu. And you may be asking, why did he pull Jufufu in the first place? Is it because he's into younger women? Is it because that he is a kid diddler? No, because she's a pretty meta character. And the only list that I'm interested about is the meta tier list. And sure enough, she's the only character that is somewhat decent for this challenge. I'm getting so screwed, aren't I? Next up, we have Ching-Yi. And believe it or not, this character is actually a clanker. She's a robot Batman. There's no rules against clankers, Batman. Honest to God, she's like a 1,000-year-old hag that's trapped inside a robot body or something. I don't know, I don't read her lore that much. Now hold on just a minute. There are only 2 petite characters that are limited. Why did I pull for both of them, you may ask? No comments, no comments. Then we have Sokaku, and she's blue. Officer, she's actually an Oni, and they age faster than they look, so she is secretly 50 years old. I rest my case.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman.
Then we have Corin, aka the smallest character in the game, for now. Now, she is confirmed to be 16, but for Jeffrey himself, he'll probably call her a hack for being too old or something. Moving on to the actual hack of this game, Piper. Oh, where do I even start with you? She is technically quote-unquote an old woman trapped within a small child's body? Okay. I guess she is kinda perfect for Stephen Hawking. Speaking of, how did he end up on the island?
What the fuck?
I would only assume that he imagined it to be Einstein Island and not, Epstein Island. It was probably a misinput, surely. Then we have Lucy, the character that I like the most out of the entire roster. Not because I'm into Lucy. No. What I'm looking at are her boards. You'll never catch me lacking with Grassy, Woody, and Bricky on my life. Then we have the creature. I hate her. I despise her. She's not even a freaking kid. She's part of a gang for hell's sake. But at last, I'm missing a few DPS on my team, so she'll have to be here. I still despise you. Last but not least, we have Coleta. She's technically old enough because she owns a company, but I'm gonna be honest here, I don't really care about her. She's small enough to be a victim anyway, so I might as well put her in. And that's pretty much all the small characters that I have on my account. Obviously, I could bend the rule just a little bit and maybe include some other agents like Alice or Yuzuha. Both of them are still in school, but they're not really small, if you know what I mean. I could pull for Seed as well. She looks petite enough. If it weren't for the big ass mech she has lying around. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even use half of them. Because I'm not a child predator. The only predator that I'm willing to be is the Apex Predator in Apex Legends. Do people still talk about that game? So I spent the last few weeks farming for mats to level my agents up, just for this video to get demonetized and my channel getting deleted later. Maybe it's for the buzz, cause instead of forcing myself to play as virtual kids, I can finally play with actual kids. I want to say sorry to Starbit for joining the channel membership, is single-handedly funding my trip to the island. After grinding for about 2 weeks, I managed to get most of my agents up. They're not perfect, but for a shitposting challenge like this, it will have to do for now. Here's the before and after. So, to put this question to rest, am I really gonna beat Zenless Zone Zero cosplaying as Jeffrey Epstein? No. Well, not really. At my first attempt, I did okay with my Nekomata, my Korin, and my Jingi team. The only problem is, that's 2 DPSs out of 3 against the Defiler, leaving me with 1 character that can actually deal damage against 2 bosses. You see what I'm going here? Luckily, my 2 DPSs did an okay job, and with the help of Jingi, I did manage to get A rank, but it's literally on the line of A rank. It was pretty close though, but hopefully the next 2 bosses, that won't be a challenge.
Are you sure?
Oh god, what did I get myself into? On to the second boss I go, the Fiend. And it was painful. It was messy and dirty. I feel like P did it with fur. But surprisingly enough, this went a bit better than I expected. Still not enough to get S rank by the way. With the power of Jufufu, Piper, and a spoiled rich brat, I managed to almost get 15k somehow. Now, this was 900 points above A rank, and that's pretty good. Now, do I recommend people to actually go out their way and give this comp a go? No. This is terrible. I mean, sure, it's a little bit better than my first team that I used, but it's like wiping your bumhole with sandpaper instead of literal concrete. These comps are terrible. Worst of all, I don't even play half of them. That doesn't mean I play with the other half. At least I did manage to get 2 stars on both of these baddies. Surely the next one wouldn't be too bad, right? We ran into a small issue. The Miasma Priest is ice resistant. And what does my Sokaku deal? Ice damage. This means my Sokaku will deal f*** all against this boss. Worst of all, I ran out of DPSs. 2 for the Defiler and 1 for the Fiend, so I'm freshly out of option. So I took my DPS Sokaku with a washed up kid CEO all the way to Wi-Fi Island. Hold on a minute. Wi-Fi? Epstein? As you can already tell, this is a freaking mess. My Sokaku does F all against this boss, and since I'm all out of option and out of time, perhaps I'm also out of touch. I only managed to get 1 star with an ice agent against an enemy that has 40% ice resistance. So I'm sorry everyone. I guess I'm getting locked up for this video for my entire life. Only B rank. Yeah, that is terrible. Plus the fact that all the bosses have miasma, which is pretty fitting that we're playing in hell. But to be honest with you, that's kinda what I expected for this challenge. I don't use any of these agents nor have them built in the first place, because I don't play them. If I'm being real, I could level their skills up even a bit, but it would mean some of the skills have to go over 15, and I'm not leveling a skill over 15, if you know what I mean. So in conclusion, can you beat Zenless Zone Zero as Jeffrey Epstein? From a technicality standpoint, if you invest enough money in it, yes. However, I refuse to pay money for a child. Unlike Mr. Donald Trump, I cannot complete this challenge, let alone getting 6 stars. So I'll stick with my mediocre 5 stars for now. Hopefully, you've all learned a valuable lesson today is that my channel is getting terminated and I will be secretly executed while being framed for hosting a Diddy party. Anyway, thanks again Starbit for being part of the channel membership, single-handedly carrying this channel on your back. And thank you to all the members of the Church of BANGBOO Discord server, especially Paragari, Insert, JKingNYC, Vesper, Ohia, and Maxstone Crow for boosting the server. You are all truly wonderful, and please have a good